guys, this time we are going to talk about the setting for S. This is shutter priority. Shutter priority, the S, means you're controlling how fast the camera on the inside is opening and closing, how fast that shutter opens and closes, so shutter speed. When we put it to S, that means we get to control the shutter speed, but the camera itself will control everything else for us. Here's how we check our settings. Come to the back of the camera, and you're going to click Info. When you click that, might help if my camera was turned on, click Info, and you'll see all your settings show up. Now, there are two wheels on the camera, one on the front here, one on the back here. This back one is for shutter speed. So as I scroll through this, you notice that this fraction is changing. So this fraction is the speed. It's a fraction of a second. So if I scrolled it all the way to get the smallest fraction I could, 1/8,000, that means that the shutter is moving at 1/8,000th of a second. Holy cow, that's a lot. If it ever turns off, just hit Info again. That's really, really fast shutter speed. If I scroll it the other way, you see how the number goes down. That means it's a bigger fraction, which means it's a longer speed, right? So 1/10 of a second, 1/6 of a second, 1/4. Then after that, all of a sudden, you'll see it's going to start going like this. 1, double tick, 1.3, 1.6, 2, 5. This stands for full seconds. That double tick stands for seconds. That means this is on 6 seconds. The shutter will be open for 6 seconds. It can go all the way up to X 1/25 or 250. We'll go back 30 seconds. Let's not worry about the other one past that. 30 seconds is really the one we would focus on if we wanted to go a really long time. Now, you would only want to do a long shutter speed like this if you were in a very dark area, like nighttime, pitch black, and only have a little bit of light. You would want to go the other side, so a very small fraction with a very big number on the bottom. These are if it's really bright outside. If it's a really, really bright, super bright sunny day, you're not letting as much light come into your camera and it works a bit better. So again, that's how you adjust your shutter speed. I'm on the S at the top. I click Info, and I move this wheel on the back to change that fraction. That is how you adjust your shutter speed. I can just click Info again to get that to shut off.